Hi, in this video, I will show you how you can share value between components in React.js. I will not be using React Reducer, so I have already included React and Babel. I have downloaded them inside JS folder. I will mention them in the description of this video. First, we will create a script tag. Here we will define our global state object. It will have a state object. State object will have all your variables that you want to share between components. An array that holds callback function of all components that will be listening to the state variables. A subscribe function that will receive a callback function from component that will be listening to the state. This callback function will be added in the listener's array. A set state function will receive a new state. This will be called from component that will be updating the value of state. We will get the current object as self. And we will update the state object with the parameter. We are using spread operator because we want to update only those variables that are received from parameter. And finally, we will loop through all listeners' callbacks and call them. And pass the new state object in them. Now we will create two divs for two components. We will create a separate folder for components. Create header component. First, we need to include it. Then we are going to create that component. For the sake of simplicity, we are displaying a simple text in it, and render it. It works fine so far. Now we will call the setState function from header component and update the user value. This will call the setState function global state object. Update the state variable. And notify all other components. Right now there is no component that is listening to this state, so we will create another component. And name it content. Here we will also show a simple text. It's fine. Then we create a local state variable using React Hook useState. And initialize its value with global state. Then we will subscribe this to global state. And when global state return a new state, we will update it with our local state. In order to check if it is working, we will put an if condition, because by default, the user is null. Check if the state user is not null. Then we will show its name. So right now, we are getting the updated value in React Hook useState because it is already set in header component. In order to check if the subscribe function is running fine, we have to add a little delay on setting the global state. So it works fine. I will mention all the source code in the description of this video. You can download it and let me know if you face any issue in this.